It's a great day to play, everybody. Welcome on into the channel. Yeah. All right. Well, they both did it. It was different. Mm-hmm. Each one was a little different. Yeah. Pick your favorite. Choose your fighter.
Choose your fighter.
That's so good. Yeah. Comment section. Let us know which one. Mm-hmm. Which one you thought was better. This is a Brad versus Lucas round. Mm-hmm.
I always win.
Vegeta?
Yeah, that hurt a little bit.
So today, we are, let's do whether it's first time here, you were joining us. Thank you for being here with us today. Love, appreciate it. Always welcome here in this channel. And you are.
Enough. Ooh, close.
Mm-hmm. Very close. It's the lag. We got a little laggy, because we're doing the Zoom thing.
Yep.
Today we're gonna do we wish you a Merry GCash, and I've kind of been since the SB19 issue has come up, and if you guys are looking for our thoughts about that, you can go to the page. There is a podcast that we did where we really tried to break down in the best way possible, without using misinformation, kind of what could be happening and just the legalese of the industry. So again, we can't really speak on to what's happening with them. There's a lot of people out there, because it's a big issue, that are conjecturing for views and things like that, and that's gonna happen with the boys. But what we try to do is just break down to you guys so you could understand the business aspects of some of the contracts and the way that it would work in the business. So there are some ideas of some of the things they may be going through, but again, there's no confirmation. But I wanted to take a little bit of time before we started today to just also kind of reiterate some of the things that we talked about, due to the fact that by the time that we are now doing this, the third show just got canceled in Dubai overnight. And I mean, at this point in time, let's be like, we know that all the shows are going to be canceled. Yeah. They've had to remove SB19 from the vast majority of their materials. Nobody's been able to say anything. There's some kind of gag order in place. But
could you imagine?
And I think it was a sold out show in Dubai.
Yeah. Could you imagine going through what they're like? I couldn't imagine the conversations that they're having right now, and how they'd be feel like after finally, they're worldwide. Yeah. Their first year worldwide. And
this isn't the first. Go ahead.
No, and then getting hit with something like this after, they might have been to the States before, but this is like a big tour.
Yeah.
And it kept getting bigger, and things kept getting better, and now they're here, and it's like,
yeah.
My genuine hope is that if they don't stay a group, then they all continue to make music, because they all have things that, like, each one of them is so specific about like who they are and their vocal and their performances. Like, it would be rough not getting any of them somehow.
My hope is that too. My fear, and again, this is please do not, I want to put the preface on this, because we're just talking about our opinions right now and our thoughts. And again, I like to reiterate that because I don't think enough people are talking about this issue responsibly right now. One of my fears is, by understanding the business side of things, currently, before they opened 1Z, right? They were just a group. So it's no different than any group. Group signs a contract, they leave, regardless of whether it's on good or bad terms, or they attempt to break the contract, whatever it is, however they leave, they're a group. They're a group of individuals, but they are treated as individuals. So the business which is Shobi T in this case, can come after the individuals for their like personal money, right? Personal financials. They can sue them for different reasons. They can go after them for back things. No different than like when artists use the Ed Sheeran stuff, right? We talked about it the other day. Ed Sheeran and Stevie Wonder, and they can go after them for all kinds of money things and licensing things. Okay, that's fair game. But my fear is that 1Z, their entertainment company, is now involved. And I'm curious, I would have to, if I was a betting man, I would have to guess that makes it also much more complicated.
Yeah.
Right? Because depending on what their contract is, right? Like, they had a contract with Shobi T. The assumption is that they would have signed their own contract with 1Z, even though it's their own company, that you'd have to have something in place to say that. But even if not, 1Z Entertainment, their company, was still using the promotional aspect of SB19, which is the issue that's in the air right now. The SB19 moniker is, I think, the issue at play with the trademark aspect. So it's not just SB19 then that is on the line. It's now 1Z Entertainment that is likely on the line for this. And with some of them, when you talk about, like, I hope that they continue, like, obviously we want them all, regardless of what happens, ideally they'd be able to continue as a group, depending on what type of repercussions they're facing, if they're facing repercussions. But even as individuals, you know, we don't know what they all want to do, right? I think some of them want to be performers, but I think that the goal in the aspect of 1Z was to kind of do what you and I are doing, which is at some point you make the decision of, are you artist or do you want to
Homer
nurture the next generation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
like Homer in the bushes.
I was wondering, I thought I just misheard you. I was wondering where you were going with that.
No, like
I got the meme now. I'm smelling it now.
10 years from now, at the very least, you and I are gonna just Homer into the bushes.
Yeah.
You know?
And that I think that's also what makes me sad, is I think it's bad enough that their current situation is being taken away, which again has happened. Like, they got their rise early on with the Go Up dance practice stuff and started taking off, and then the pandemic hit. And then, then they start making moves again, and then they finally have this huge opportunity because Gento goes viral, which really opens things up, especially in the other Asian countries, and then this happens. Like, it seems like every single time that they've had this opportunity to really break through, something like comes along. And this, though, is on a completely different level because there's other things at play. Like, it's not just about like, oh, it's holding us back from making money. It actually could potentially cost them money and resources. And I think that it's just sad to see that, like, there's an entire future as well outside of their music stuff, that if they were looking to nurture talents or they were looking to do more production side of things, it's all tied up now. Everything that touched the moniker has the potential at this point in time to be, and like, honestly, at first I was really hoping that it was just all a publicity stunt. On the first one that happened. Right? I was like, maybe, just maybe, they're like, oh, we're going to get people talking. We're going to do this publicity stunt. But it's not. Right? It's been way too silent. And at this point in time, if it was a publicity stunt, it's not funny because, like, people literally still showed up. To some of these events because and we've always been very open and honest on this channel. So, like, we're gonna obviously talk about the positive on the positive, but on the negative side of this, and this is not the boys, but the team that surrounds them, I don't feel like the communication was great and fast enough to allow people to be able to change and adjust their plans. Like, the reason that people should, like, they put out stuff on like Twitter, but outside of that, it's like, did they, and we don't know, but like, I don't think a lot of people said like they didn't get emails when if you ordered tickets online, they would have your contact info.
Right.
So I feel like there is still not, again, from the boys, but on the management side, a definite responsibility, though, like to your fans to make sure, and maybe this is like a learning thing for the next one, but to try to give them time. The other thing would be like, again, they keep waiting till right up. Like they know that they're going to be canceled at this point in time. Like these legal issues don't get solved, but like waiting until a few days before for each of these events, as opposed to just saying like, we're canceling the tour, everybody can prepare, makes it really difficult because a lot of airlines, like you have to do, like you need a week to be able to even do so much cancellation. The sooner you get, even if you have cancellation rights, the less money that you get back. For hotels, a lot of time, you have to let them know within a specific amount of time. And for many of these people, if they're traveling internationally, which a lot of them are, like they're already in the process of traveling. Like because you don't go the morning of, right? You go like days before and you make an entire trip out of it or whatever it is. And I think that I hope that is something that even they're going through a bunch and the boys are going through a bunch. I know the management company is going through a bunch, but your fans have been like unbelievably supportive through this process. I think that the least that some of the management could do is ensure better communication in terms of just the cancellation aspect. And I understand that there's probably very little things that they can say. But if you're just going to give the canned response anyway of due to unforeseen circumstances, we are unfortunately have to cancel the show, then send the same canned response in an email and at least give more people notifications, I guess,
maybe
for that.
And this is just given benefit of the doubt. Maybe there is a conversation in a room that we're not in that's going like this. Can we make this work? Can we make this work today? No. What about today? What if we settle with this today? You know what I mean? Like it could be a situation where they're going back and forth trying to settle on something and they're hoping by each day that they can get back to effing work.
And again, the hope would be that.
Right.
But understanding the business end of things and just understanding where they're at I feel like at this point the right decision would be like, let's stop doing it day to day for their own well-being, right? Like imagine the stress that they're going, like just be like, we have to stop, we have to figure this out, we will cancel everything and let people know. So again, I just wanted to come on and talk about it a little bit because our reaction videos tend to get a little bit more traction. And my hope is that the people out there that are listening, that are taking the time to watch this and hear this, we put, again, listen to the podcast if you haven't already. A lot of people came to us because we one of the reasons we're here is to help change the industry. The issue isn't one group or one organization. This is a industry-wide thing here. And this isn't just here either, right? These are businesses. But our goal here is to help make change and to help people understand the things that they can do, like what is possible. And so we put a lot of information out in that podcast about what can you, like if you're frustrated, what is it that you can do? And we also put stuff out on Twitter as well, like a thread that summarizes it up. So if you guys want to check that out. And just about the industry-wide thing, like just to put this into perspective for people, do you we did Chung Ha a couple of times when we were doing a lot more of the K-pop reactions.
Do
you remember that?
Yeah.
She just had this happen to her, like yesterday. It's like something happened. I wasn't able to spend enough time, but like basically the summary, what it looked like, what I saw on Twitter was something happened with her management company and she left. And they owned all of her socials. all of them. And literally she left,
Yeah.
and they left her with nothing. Like her IG, her Twitter, like her YouTube, like everything.
Wow.
She left and has nothing.
Jeez Louise.
You know, and without getting into much detail, like one of the things that I think that we pride ourselves on, you know, for the things that we can talk about, is that our contracts with our artists are the antithesis of normal business contracts. And there's probably business people out there that are like, that's so stupid, that's so stupid. But like, we do believe that like you can do the right thing, and that more often than not, given the choice, if both parties are willing, that good things will happen. And of course, there are going to be things that protect the parties, but I don't think that you have to have, it needs to be all or nothing. I don't think that it has to be 100% in favor of one party, and that it can be more of a partnership. And we hope that through what we're doing, it will start opening people's eyes. And I think that as bad as this is right now for them, and as much as it sucks, I also think that there's a huge eye-opener on the industry. Because the only reason that people are even remotely paying attention is because it's SB19 and because it's so big. They're not realizing that this is happening to, again, 80 to 90% of these P-pop groups that are debuting, and even some of the other artists that are debuting that are like OPM artists, this is what's happening to them daily. But because they're not as big, it just gets swept under the rug, and nobody pays attention to it.
Right. And I think like what we're here to do is like what you said, but I'm determined, like we are determined to make like people understand that it can work this way.
Yeah.
Is it slower? Yes.
Yeah.
Is there money falling from the sky? No. But it can work. We can make it work.
Right.
And it's been 2 steps forward, 10 steps back the entire time, and it's going to continue to be that way. But I think at the end of the day, we know, like between our conversations and how and how things have been going, that like it can work. It's right there. It's right there. So I think when we're done, we'll be able to show people like, hey, not only can this work, but everyone else better fall in line, because if you don't, all the good artists are gonna come.
What is it? I'm Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Right.
But yeah, and I think that's exactly
100%.
right. Is it's nothing to remind people, no change like this happens because it's easy. No change like this happens because everybody's like, oh, we should get behind that movement. Like, there's a lot of people out there that are afraid. There's a lot of people that are like, you know, oh, that's not suspicious, well, whatever. But it's like, most of those people just don't have the vision to understand it. And if you look at every single major industry, like I think of like the things that have changed the world. Guys, I think that people forgot that like nobody was going to use telephones. Nobody was going to care about a vehicle with 4 wheels that could drive itself. Nobody was going to switch from steam-powered trains or coal-powered trains to the type of trains that we have now. Nobody was going to the internet was stupid and was just going to die, right? Like all of these things that have come along, nobody was going to want to order videos through the mail. Blockbuster was forever. You know, who is going to want to not go to a store and buy things? What the hell is Amazon? Like all these people in these industries, Apple, you know, why do like people won't want a product like that? Every single industry that is at the top of where they are now has gotten to the top because they weren't afraid to take on the status quo, even though every single one of them faced unbelievable hardships along the way. And each one of them shared things in common. They had a vision that nobody else could understand just because they didn't see a way to implement it or how they could get through it, or didn't have the fortitude to be able to go through those hardships. But all of us here, us, me, Lucas, Brad, our staff, everything, like all the people that we hire on, they share that mentality and that attitude. Our culture here is one of not being afraid to take on change and understanding that it's hard. And we hope that you guys also can maybe be inspired from this or help us or whatever it is, because SB19 is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to these issues. And we need to continue to support them, but we also need to continue to support the entire industry in the change that's going to be needed for this to not repeat itself over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And thank you guys. I know that like there's probably some people that are like, get to the video. But you know, again, the other type of content doesn't really get pushed as much, and we figured that this would be a great way to actually spend some time to shed light and hopefully get more people to aid in this process for them and what they're going through, and to continue to support them and to solidify their resolve with them, because this will probably be pushed out even more. So, and if we can bring new people onto that cause, because man, every single day, the number of people that tell me that they discovered SB19 through our channel is wild. So if we can bring new people over to their cause and shed light, because so many people don't, like, no other people are talking about this. Reactors aren't really talking about this. The only people that are really talking about it are the people that like just use it for clout. And the rest of them are just, because it's in the meta right now, they're like going through and just reacting to everything just because they're getting views on it right now. So we figured that we would take some time to actually do the opposite and use the reaction videos to shed some light on this. But now we can wish you a Merry GCash, and let's check out what this be. All right, y'all ready? Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow along with our journey. And Valfer's new single, Stimuli, is out now on all streaming platforms. And the MV is out. Make sure to check that out. Let's do this. Play-Doh game. All right.
Zoom.
It's cute, right?
It is. It is.
It's cute. Yeah. It's charming. This just reminds me of, like, this is what the world's gonna, everything in the world, it's 2077, right? Cyberpunk's here.
Yeah.
Cars are flying.
Yeah. I'm seeing
and
it.
it's like, you know, you have like the watches or whatever that, like, at this point in time, the API system works where like everything you pass is tuned in to you. So like you wear your Apple 4700.0 watch that is like embedded into your arm and has like a pop out virtual keyboard, and you're walking past and the windows turn into advertisements. And AI is so sophisticated at this point that it just takes your favorite artist or the people that you follow on Instagram, or like, you know, like, you know, whatever it is, because it's all fed into the data and just puts them in stuff. Like this literally. If
we watch Josh's feed, it'd just be Michael Bublé telling him to buy stuff.
Christmas
but
special.
I mean, like, it's like, because they do this here, but it's like, this is what it feels like. This is the ad that AI would run.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it
it's very, very
like, feels
cute.
Like an AI ad.
Yeah, it's very, very cute, but it's like, this is it. This is be the one. And because it's AI, there'd be like an extra hand coming out of somebody. It still hasn't figured the hands thing out by that point.
I gotta say, hearing their language in this song that has like been a song since the beginning of Forever Time, is like, this is one of the few languages, and like I'm gonna sound pretty dumb for saying this, but this is one of the few languages that I actually like to listen to enough. Like I really enjoy listening to this language that I really want to learn it.
Sure.
Because like even in this context where it's like there should be the words that are normally on it that I've heard since I was born. Like I still enjoy the musicality of this language.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I really want to learn it, but I can't here because there's no apps that do it here that are free.
That I was gonna say that's
that are free.
that's the kicker. That are free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm in kind of a need it to be free kind of zone right now.
In fact, I need you to pay me to use the app.
Yes. In fact, actually, if there's any apps out there for language learning, hit up your boys.
Come on.
Sponsor.
Where you out there? Not enough people are doing the Tagalog. Hit us up. Let's go.
True.
We'll do it. All right.
Pati ang barkada, pati ang barkada. Nadidinig ko, namangas ko po, heto nga ginaldo. At ang tanging piling ko lamang sa inyo.
Smile naman, no?
Kaya mo, i-GCash mo, lahat ay Merry. Scan mo na, i-gift mo na, lahat ay Merry.
Mahal kasi kita. Tara!
Dude.
He's just popping up everywhere.
He's he's kind of scary. Like
I like that they made it that they made a joke out of it.
it's very tongue in cheek, right?
Yes,
like
yes.
it's super over the top for a reason.
Right.
Feels very
It is-
like 50s, 60s. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
old
Right.
Leave It to Beaver type.
Because they could have just been like, they could have just put the boys up there and been like, just do the thing.
Yeah.
Just do the thing we paid you to do. But
Yeah.
like they made it a thing where it's funny and it's fun and it's like, and they're making a joke of it within it, you know? It's very cool.
I mean, it's kind of like hard to do content like this seriously anyway, right? Like when you try it, it just seems so disingenuine. So it's
Yeah.
like you might as
But
well
it
just
happens.
make it
We've
hokey.
seen it happen.
And then it's just so cringe.
Yeah.
It's so cringe when you do it that way.
I remember when like a couple of the older pop stars in America were falling off. Like Christina Aguilera did a couple weird ones where you're like, you don't even know where you are.
To be fair, at that point in time, she probably didn't actually know where she was.
Maybe.
This screen that I'm stopped on right now looks like that meme of the guy and the girl are walking, and then like
sees
the girl is angry, but he sees it, and then he's
Yeah,
like except for the fact that it's her, and she's like, ooh, what's that present under the tree? Is that for me? All right.
Is he hitting her on the back of the head? Like
No, I
about
think
to.
he's sneaking up on them. This
oh,
guy's like
okay.
Santa, but instead of popping out from chimneys, he pops out from the side of your TV. Just like
Gusto kong mapasaya, edi sino pa, edi sino maapa. 18 years ito bawat isa, at ang lahat ng pangregalo mo.
Sure, sagot ko.
Surprise na pamasko, para sa mahal ko. Sayang todo sa ating salo-salo. Sa regalo, regalo para sa'yo. Regalo namin ito, ako sa'yo. Love na buo.
Ano bang gusto mo?
even in ads, he still has to sell. He still has to sell it up, even in ads.
Yeah. You got to. You
Even
got
in
to.
ads.
I mean, but that's why they're having them do it, because it's like,
I know.
because this song is like, I could put this song on in the car and it wouldn't. I wouldn't be like, this is an ad. I mean, I would if I knew the words, I'm guessing.
Right.
But like, it doesn't. It's good enough to not be one.
Right. The
You know.
advertising songs are still legitimate songs here.
Oh, I can't wait till we get our hands on one of them.
Yeah, I think
Can't wait till we get our hands on one of those advertising songs. It'd be so
Me
fun.
too. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I think that we're kind of getting blackballed at the moment, but
It's okay.
we'll get there. We'll get there. Pretty soon, people aren't going to have a choice.
They'll see the vision.
You'll see. Swear to me.
It sounded.
I'm
Batman.
It didn't sound the way. Yeah, it doesn't sound. No, it doesn't sound good. It sounds like the dude on like the fourth Avengers or whatever. He was
Yeah.
like, "They will see the vision someday." Like it's just like, yeah,
Just
like
the,
it just didn't
Infinity
sound,
Gauntlet.
Yeah, yeah. It just
It's Naruto. It's what is it? The Infinite Tsukuyomi. That we're just
Yeah.
like we're just gonna like
Oh,
go into
no.
go into everybody's minds and just put them in a dreamland.
they will see the vision someday.
Oh man.
Damn. Merry Christmas.
Hold on. I just want to go back for a second. This dance
Dude.
is incredibly corny, right? It is. It's a corny dance. This reminds me, like, I used to be like in swing choir back in like middle school and high school, and it was like the big like show type choir. It's those movements. How the heck do you look this cool doing this dance though? Can we just talk about this for a second? Like just Ken in this leather jacket right now. Hold on. Look at this. How do you look that cool doing a song like this?
I that's very. He does look very cool, but I really was going to just play along with the fact that you saw that, but I didn't. I've been watching it in 1 frame per second this whole time, so I've just been getting a little bit of each thing,
Oh,
and I
I'm
still
sorry.
enjoyed it.
I'm sorry.
Good.
I'll watch it without you guys later. It's okay.
Here, hold on. I'm just gonna go to the still frame real quick so you can just see how cool he is.
Yeah. Maybe.
Where's the shoulder?
There we
shot? Right
go.
here. Look at this.
That's it.
Look at these guys
yeah,
right here.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah,
Look at this.
Yeah.
yeah.
First off,
Look at the
First
grandma.
off, who allowed Ken to come and be slaying for Christmas? All right, everybody else is kind of like in the holiday spirit, and Ken's over
Full
here
leather.
in like,
I mean,
you know,
He's got
what are
the
you gonna
boots
do, though?
on.
Ken,
you know?
Ken's over here. He just jumped out of like freaking Akira, and you know is about to jump on a motorcycle and like rip the tree out of here, just to run away with.
now I have to apologize to Stell in this moment.
Yeah.
Stell, I apologize. But when I make my musical comeback, that is my comeback coat. That is my musical comeback coat. Like when, obviously we're making music together and everything, but I'm saying like when I make my own solo comeback, that's my
Yeah.
coat.
The good
Right
news. The good news is
That-
because fashion
The Eddie
goes.
Murphy 1999, but
Yeah.
like still sick. Yeah.
The good news is that because like fashion goes in like a 20-year cycle. By the time you make your musical comeback, it'll be back in fashion again. So
Hey, I got tracks on the back burner, bro.
I know, but we got way
I'm
too
just
much to do right
giving
now.
space to art. I'm just
Yeah.
giving space to our artists because once I come in,
Oh,
Nobody's impressed right
I
now.
don't know. about that.
Nobody's
I am.
impressed.
I'm impressed.
Yeah,
Just
but
saying.
you need the jacket. Then we'd be.
Well,
I
I'm
was gonna
getting the
say
jacket.
maybe the jacket and because
Ooh.
think about this. 55-year-old Lucas,
Okay, this is a thought.
that jacket,
Uh-huh.
but the see-through shirt underneath it.
Oh, yes.
Now think of how the chest
Oh,
hair will be
dude.
by that point in time. Because it'll be like all gray. There'll be more of it,
Yeah.
right? He's just gonna look like essentially 80s,
Black-
70s Neil Diamond
No,
on stage.
Black Jeff Goldblum. Black Jeff Goldblum. That's what I want. That's what I want for my future Black Jeff Goldblum.
You get the jacket, you get short shorts,
Yeah.
and you get combat boots. And
Combat boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be a look for you.
Yeah.
You'll be my stylist, dog.
But he won't wear shorts. He can't pull it off.
That's the point.
He got them chicken legs.
True.
It'd look funny. And I want the jacket to be like 3 sizes too big. You're just kind of swimming in it.
By that point in time, I think that's what fashion will actually be. Like
That's what it is
You just
now.
look like a grimer. The jacket's just so big, it's just like lumps, and you just drag it along with you.
Are you talking about Grimer from McDonald's?
No, I'm talking about Grimer from Pokemon.
Oh. What's that big purple thing in McDonald's guy?
Oh,
things?
I
Grimace?
don't know. Yeah.
Grimace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just
Yeah. I mean, that could also be a thing too. Those Mickey Mouse shoes are a thing. So
Oh, yeah.
just move the big
yeah.
the
Grimace
big globe
toes.
to the top. Just people wearing eggs. You know, just their hands barely sticking out. I'm sorry, can you hand me that? This is in our crazy post-apocalyptic future.
I can't wait.
2077.
I'll just be doing seal covers.
Nobody's gonna be doing any. Nobody's gonna be doing any covers anymore. It's all gonna just be AI.
True.
Everything. The computer simulation is here.
Yep.
All right. I think
What?
I think that's about it. Maybe Ken will come and he's gonna take Grandma and hopefully stop over here so we can hang out and do some stuff. I don't know, make some music.
If he ever comes to the studio, make sure he brings the coat, and then make sure you turn the studio up real hot so he has to take it off, and then just like kind of push him out the door so he leaves it so I can have it, and just don't remind him it's there.
That's a
Man, it's
terrible
hot.
idea.
Man, it's hot in here. What is happening? It really is. Maybe you should take off the coat.
Ugh. Yeah, that coat seems pretty warm, buddy. Here, I'll hang it up for you in the other room where you'll forget it.
All right.
And you see me on stream, just so stoked.
I found this coat here the other day. Don't know where it was. Anyway, we've derailed.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow along with our journey. Make sure that you continue to support all of the hardworking artists here and their endeavors and what they go through on a daily basis, and show them some love. And we need to give you guys a secret emoji code, so that's what we're going to do right this moment. Brucus, go ahead.
Chocolate bar.
Chocolate bar.
T-shirt
Chocolate bar.
emoji.
T-shirt. Chocolate bar T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there it is. If nobody told you that they love you today, don't forget that we love you. You're appreciated, always welcome here in this channel, and you are enough. And last, but certainly not least,
It was a great day to play.
It was a great day to play.
Never
thanks,
on
guys.
time.
We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.